Okay, if you're having problems on the assignment, here's the vlog for that. You have x to the second plus 4x minus 60 equals 0. So we have two answers. So we have an A as 1, B, and C. So A, B, C were equal to 0, so we make our GCF and our T. GCF would just be 1, we wouldn't put x, okay? 1 times negative 60 is negative 60. So negative is a positive times a negative, and we're adding to try to get to plus 4. 1 and 60, nope. Divide by 2, you get 30. Nope. You gotta be patient here with this one. Divide by 3, you get 20. That's negative 17. You divide by 4, you get 15. That's negative 11. You divide by 5, you get 12. That's negative 7. If you divide 60 by 6, you get 10. Now that's it, because that's negative 4. We just got to make it plus 4, which I do simply by changing the signs. Plus 10 minus 6. So your A is 1, so you can get rid of the 1. X minus 6 plus 10. Okay, so x minus 6 could equal 0. X plus 10 could equal 0. So I plus 6. So I got 6. I minus 10. I get negative 10. When you subtract a number from 0, you just get the negative. Okay, number 2. 6x to the second minus 24 equals 0. So there's two answers. We got A, and this one is a C. So ACs are the easiest because we can just add 24 to get 24, and then divide by 6 first. X to the second equals 4. Then you find the square root of 4, which is 2. So 2, negative 2. Okay, number 3. 3x to the second plus 4x minus 10 equals 0. So there's two answers. A, B, and C. So again, A, B, C. So you make two boxes, GCF and the T box. Okay, GCF 3, 4, and 10 are only in the first row, and you can't do an X when there's a C, because C never has X. 3 times negative 10 is negative 30. So positive times a negative. When it's a negative, that's how you add to get to positive 4. 1 and 30, no. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Negative 13, so that's a no. 30 divided by 3 is 10. That would be negative 7. 30 divided by 4 is a decimal, so I don't put that. 30 divided by 5 is 6. Now that's negative 1, so you're under. So that means prime. Okay, when you get under that, then it's, you know it's prime, and you use your quadratic formula. So opposite of B, plus or minus the square root. B squared minus 4AC, B squared minus 4AC over 2A, over 2A. Okay, so the opposite of B up there is minus 4. B is 4. Just scribble it out and put 4 above it. 4, A and C, well A is 3, C is negative 10. Remember to get that in as a negative 10. If you put 10, you're going to end up with problems. And A is 3. Okay, so now after all that, what do I have? Well, I got negative 4 in front of the plus minus sign. Under it, I got 2 times 3, that's 6. Now I got to figure out the square root. Okay, I'm trying to figure that out. Always put a minus. 4 times itself is 16. And then I take 4 times 3 times negative 10. Negative 120. Plus, plus. That's 136. Now remember, you got to find the square root of 136. Okay, 11.66. Okay, so I have negative 4 plus 11.66 equals, and divide by 6, I got 1.28. Okay, then I take negative 4 minus 11.66, divide by 6, negative 2.61. Okay, so there we are. Okay, number 4, we have 4x to the second power plus 16x equals 0. So there'd be 2 answers. All of them have 2 answers. And we have A, we have B with no C. A, B, you make sure the 0's there and you just make the GCF box. Okay, you don't need the T because you don't have C. 4 and 16. If you scroll down, look at the 4th row first. 16's in that 4th row, so we want to do 4. And then we got to take x with it because the last of the B has an A and B both have x. There is no C. So we divide by 4x. That's going to be 1x plus 4. Okay, so F1, F2. So 4x equals 0, 1x plus 4 equals 0. So I divide by 4 and we get 0. Minus 4, we get negative 4. You can get rid of the 1, so it's 0 and negative 4. Okay, number 5, 6x to the power of 2 plus 7x minus 5 equals 0. So 2 answers. Got an A, got a B, got a C, so make sure the 0's there and set up your GCF, and then set up your T. Okay, GCF, 6, 7, and 5 are only in the first row. And x, again, dividing by 1, just 1 is stupid, so don't even bother with that. So 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. So it's a positive times a negative, and we're trying to add to get to positive 7. 1 and 30, nope. Divide by 2, 30 divided by 2 is 15. That's negative 13. 30 divided by 3 is 10. And that's negative 7. Okay? So I go with that, but I need to go plus 10 and minus 3 because that's how you get positive 7. You need the bigger number to be positive. Okay, now the A up there is a 6, so I can't just ignore a 6. So when I need 2 parentheses before I get my F1 and F2, or 2 sets, I should say. So you go 6, 6, x, x, minus 3 plus 10. Now in your multiplication table, these are both in the 3rd row, so we divide by 3, and that's 2x minus 1. The 6 and 10 are both in the 2nd row, so we divide by 2, and that's 3x plus 5. So 2x minus 1 times 3x plus 5 equals 0. So 2x minus 1 could equal 0. 3x plus 5 equals 0. Again, you're rewriting that into the 2 parentheses so it's easier to solve. So plus 1, 2x equals 1, divide by 2, that's 1/2. Minus 5, 3x equals negative 5, divide by 3. That's going to be negative 5 over 3. So 1/2 and negative 5/3.